Oh, automatically, let me start by fixing the camera. Hey guys, what is going on? Man in Plastic here. Finally back with another video. I want to kind of apologize for a little bit of the hiatus. There hasn't been a whole ton coming out in terms of like figures, and a lot of the ones that I have on the back end that I'm waiting for don't come out until the beginning of next year, or like the first quarter, second quarter. So like there's not a whole lot of stuff going on right now. And it's kind of a slow December because in fact one of the figures that I am waiting for is the Super Saiyan 4 Mini Damagoku from Premium Bandai. I am waiting for that, so expect a review on that. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to apologize since there hasn't been a lot going on. I haven't been making a ton of content. I do have a couple figures in my collection that I do want to review, just to kind of go back to them and see if they're, worth it or how they hold up and such. And today we're going to be looking at the first form Cell that was, I believe it was a general release. I don't think it was Premium Bandai, but yes, it was just a general release. Went for about 70 something bucks, like 72. I got it for 61. So we're going to take that into account in terms of value. I really like Cell, one of my favorite villains. However, unpopular opinion, I like the design of first form Cell better than perfect form. I don't know how widespread that opinion is, but that's my opinion. Honestly, I love the really lanky, kind of gross, creepy design of first form Cell. Later on, when he starts getting more humanoid, it kind of dips down a little in terms of design. But some might say he's perfect. But yeah, please comment, subscribe, like the video. If you guys want to keep coming back, I greatly appreciate it, honestly. I look forward to seeing you guys again in the coming videos. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into the contents of the box. Okay, and here we are, and of course, like always, like one of my first videos, the birds are singing outside this very morning. Very early, I should say, but here we are. It doesn't look like it comes with a lot, but actually it's not that bad. It's actually pretty good for like 70 bucks, and for how big it is. For the record though, I do have something to add on further in the video in terms of like when we start playing with him and posting him around, because it's something I had bought as an accessory for Cell. Of course that comes later in the video, but for now let's look at the accessories. You actually get some pretty decent stuff, honestly. Like, it doesn't look like a lot, but for how big he is, all the things he has that move around on his body, it's actually not that bad. Like, the price point is high, don't get me wrong, but it is mostly justified from what I gather. But here we have the 3 faces. He comes with one on, so you get 4 faces. Then you get this little, actually move there we go. There you get this suction tail part when he's like sucking up. That sounds wrong. Android 18 or 17, and then right here you get 8 hands, and that took me a while to process. You get 8 hands and another headpiece because he comes with 1. So you get 2 headpieces. You get 4 faces, actually more tail parts because obviously the tail is already on the body because I'm kind of impatient. I don't like keeping things in the box. But the tail pieces, and then also the suction cup, the 2 head pieces, and 8 hands. So in terms of accessories, it's not that bad. It's decent. It could have been added more. Like, for example, the in the fight with Piccolo, when they were fighting maybe some sort of, what's the word, like a face where he's like yelling in pain or something, we could always use more accessories from any of the figures that Bandai releases. It's just like overall, we need more accessories in general. But for the price, it's decent, and especially for the price I got it, I think it's pretty decent. Now, there's not really a whole lot to talk about in terms of accessories. I think like the suction cup tail part is pretty cool. The faces are good. The faces are pretty good. The hands are pretty good. The headpiece is pretty good. Keep in mind, this is a 2.0 mold. So he has 2.0 articulation. However, we're gonna see if he holds up. But yeah, honestly, that's it for the accessories. Let's just move on and bring First Form Cell out. Okay, and here he is. Do keep in mind, I actually had to move this camera because I had to make sure like he actually, I think I'm gonna move him closer to the, there we go. For starters, of course, by the way, disclaimer, in any of the videos, the colors will be a little off, right? Like they will be a little off. They tend to be not 100% accurate. So in reality, this green is a lot lighter. It's like a sort of like a dark grass green. It's closer to like the color of a lime peel. That's the more accurate color. It's not coming off that well on camera, but right off the bat, I really like this figure actually. I got him for 61, which is honestly a pretty good discount. It justifies the price even more for what it comes with. However, what I was getting to, these right here, these are not the original leg pieces. I actually swapped them out for longer legs because, okay, let's get into one of the issues with this figure. These are the original leg pieces right here. And as you can see, if I put them right beside them, they're too short. This figure was too short when I got him. Like, in comparison, the custom leg pieces are about half an inch taller. So he was already kind of tall. However, he was too short, but now he's even taller because of the custom leg piece. I got them from Hobby Model Store. I don't know if they still have them. For any of you guys that want to get this figure or actually have it and see the problem with how short he is, I'll try to find the link. I'll try to see if they still have them at Hobby Model Store. That's where I got them from. On AliExpress, I doubt they still have them. They were up like a while ago, so I'm not really sure how easy it would be to find them. I doubt you'll be able to find them. But Hobby Model Store is the way to go. That's where I got them. But anyways, continuing on. So with, you know, the better leg pieces, he stands about... Actually, let me get a ruler now that I think about it. Okay, I got a ruler. Just like for a quick, this is like the worst ruler to get because the light is right in front, but I'm going to turn it right there. As you can see, with the shins, he was probably about 7 inches, I think. Yeah, with the shins, he was about like 7 inches. No bigger than like a little past 7. Now he's 8. He's 8 inches tall, which is pretty tall. I don't recall how tall the Broly was, but I think he might be kind of close, sort of. I don't have the 40th anniversary Broly or the original, so can't really compare. Comment down below, did you guys order the ZT Broly? I'm looking forward to the O2 one, which is the one with minty hair. Sadly, though, that comes out next year. But continuing on. So, as I stated, I actually really like this cell. Like, it's probably my favorite form of cell, if I'm being completely honest. I know it's heresy and probably like a very bad opinion to have, but honestly, I think this is my favorite form of cell. He's really tall. I can't even get him. I have to hold him like right here for him to be on camera. But anyways, so yet again, I will reiterate, this is a 2.0 mold, and it still looks pretty good though for a 2.0. I like the faces, although on some of them you can kind of see there's a little bit of flashing, like focus, like right there. You can kind of see. Quality has always been an issue with Bandai, just in general. Sometimes it's hit or miss. So the quality, there's no negatives I have with this figure, but you can kind of tell, you know, like there's a couple, there's like flashing here and there, like on the chest right here. But anyways, let's get into the articulation. So I don't entirely know how this setup for his head works, because I'm gonna show really quickly. This is actually removable, so I don't know what the joint is like in the neck. I haven't tried removing the head because I don't see a reason to, and I don't want to risk breaking it because the neck looks a little frail. So I'm gonna refrain from doing so. Let me move the lighting around a bit. There we go. That's much better. But so, neck articulation, can look down. Well, the face is popping off a little bit, but say right there. Just into his chest. Back, oh wow. Oh. I'm actually surprised with that. It can look back like what? Almost 90 degrees? Like, yeah, almost like 90 degrees, I'd say. So neck articulation, sorry, is pretty decent actually. He does have these shoulder pads on his arms, so he can actually go. Whoa, you know, I'll admit I haven't messed too much around with this figure, so the articulation actually kind of surprised me a bit. So arms can go. Oh, I'm stuck. Oh. And it fell off. Come on, come on. There we go. Okay, there we go. I got it. Okay. So, arm articulation seems to be pretty good actually. There we go. So you can go way past 90 actually, like about, so here, about what? 200 degrees? I can't remember. It's early, so my brain is not functioning that well. Obviously can go out, forward, can do a full 360. Be careful with the wings, because obviously they're in the back. Yeah, I mean, pretty good arm articulation. I don't have a problem with 2.0, but I kind of don't like the aesthetic of, like, for example, when it's on the Gokus. I actually don't like it that much. However, this works really well for Cell, I think. It's good. It's a good 2.0 for sure. It's a good use of the 2.0 mold. Now, in terms of torso articulation, bending, oh, that is really far. That is actually again, I have not messed with this figure a whole ton. It was just mostly like a set piece. Is this? Never mind. No, it was mostly like a set piece for like a Goku. Yeah, but I really like first form Cell, so I decided to get it. But so really good forward articulation, like really good. Now let's check back. In order to move backwards, I'm pretty sure you're gonna have to move the tail around. So backwards. Without the tail, I'm assuming it would be much better, but it's honestly not bad. It's actually still not bad with the tail on. This tail is really long, by the way. Like it's very cool for like posing. But so those are the torso articulations, and again, keep in mind that the shin is longer here. Just want to point that out again. But okay, leg forward. Wow, it's actually pretty good. Past 90 for sure. Technically, it's going a little sideways, but that's definitely past 90. It's a little squeaky. Should probably add a little bit of silicone grease. Then to the side, oof, yeah, that's the one. To the side, it's not really gonna go because yes, the hip flaps, the hip rims. So I doubt it's really gonna get that much articulation in terms of right there. Can I go back? Let's check. Not that much either. So the greatest strength in the legs is definitely going past 90, like way past 90 forward. Yeah, let's test it. Yeah, it's gonna be the same thing. Do keep in mind something I will add with this figure. It can be a little fidgety. Since it's pretty lanky, it can be sometimes pretty fidgety to kind of move around. However, it's not a negative thing. It's just a little cumbersome here and there. But again, elbows can go can go past 90. Has the bicep swivel. Oh, the bicep swivel is kind of hard because the shoulders are very they're very free. So the biceps are a little hard to move here and there. Pretty good again. Past 90. Yeah. I mean, in terms of articulation, it's actually really good. Like, I'm actually a little more impressed than I thought it would be. I thought it would just be like, oh, cool, but it's actually really good articulation. The tail, it's on ball joints, so you can only really move it in certain directions unless you like twist the ball joint inside, but it's really long. It's like about It's actually just as tall. It's a little taller than the figure, in my opinion. It's like almost pretty much just as tall. But that was it for the posing. Now, oh, there you go. Let me pose him back. Perfect. Now, the segment where I talk about if I think you guys should get this figure. Again, I will reiterate. These are not the original shins. He will be not significantly, but he will be shorter. If you get it, just like, you know, like no custom shins or anything, he will be shorter. Just keep that in mind. He's probably gonna be closer to like a little under 7, around 7 inches. Mine is 8 because of the shins. Now, in terms of articulation, I think it's really good. It's really good use of the 2.0 mold. I like how it's implemented here. Oh, I need to move the shoulder, that kind of bothers me. I like how it's implemented because it fits first form cell. He's very lanky. So obviously, like, ooh, don't fall over. And it's very lanky, so it fits well. The accessories are good. They're not the best, but they are good. They could have added like an effect piece or like, I don't know, something to spice, you know, to spice it up a bit. Sculpt is really good. Each of the black spots are actually sculpted in. I like that. I actually really like that. That's good. So overall, I'd say this is kind of like a niche. It's a bit of a niche collector item for Bandai because I don't think a lot of people are super hyped about first form cell. I think most people tend to like perfect form cell, and sadly we still don't have a good perfect form cell from Bandai. Third party is, I mean, on the way. The RR Studios was canceled, sadly, but we still have the KW on the way, that's for sure. We just don't know when that release. So I think the people that will definitely want to get this, I think you should. If you can, of course, you know, things are kind of tough right now. But if you can get this, I do recommend it. Especially if you like first form cell, if you like the Cell Saga, or if you kind of want just like a villain in your collection, I definitely recommend getting this. Of course, again, try to find him on a discount. I don't know if he's still available at many of the places I know of. However, he is getting a re-release, so I mean, there's that. I'll recommend it in the description. I'll add the link to the. Sorry, I'm kind of a mess. I'll add the link in the description, I should say, of the store I really buy from a lot, Kappa Hobby. So you guys can, you know, purchase that if you want. Again, I will add if it's an affiliate link or not, but yeah. Overall, you know, long story short, I do recommend this figure, especially if you like first form cell, the Cell Saga, or need a villain in your collection. Highly recommend it. But yeah, that was all for this video today, guys. I'm not sure how long this will be. But yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. I really appreciate you guys. Comment, like, subscribe, please. It really does help out the channel. I'm wondering if we can reach maybe maybe like 100 subscribers before the end of the year. However, if not, that's cool. But I would greatly appreciate if you guys subscribe. Well, that was it, and I will see you guys later.
Fool! Have you come to be absorbed? You think I've become too strong?